Maggot's Nest, a facility intended to imprison any dangerous individuals in the squads located underground beneath Squad 2's barracks. At one point in time, I was left to rot in a cell there. However, the newly appointed captain of Squad 12, Kisuke Urahara, visited me. He came to deliver a proposition. A truly madman. He said he would free me so that I could work as assistant director of a newly formed organization. It was entitled the Department of Research and Development. I refused immediately. I was satisfied with my life in a cell. Nothing could be more irritating than accepting his proposal. His follow-up proposal, however, was indeed intriguing. If I could endure the humiliation of working beneath him temporarily, then the entire Department of Research and Development would be mine to do with as I please after his death. Having someone else controlling my choices is very vexing. However, to obtain the entirety of this Department of Research and Development, to be able to establish an environment fitting my own desires, to create a soul from nothing. Soon after that, Kisuke Urahara was banished permanently from the Soul Society. My research progressed smoothly, although it did not advance particularly rapidly. My Konpaku creation project, Nemuri. After a string of repeated failures, number 5 developed all the way to a fetus, and I used that technology to modify Zanpakuto, which finally made me a captain. Then, number 6 grew up to be about 2 years old. That was basically the lifespan of the artificial soul's cells. An even greater obstacle confronted me with each one I surpassed. An endless struggle. But I pushed on with my research, silently, unconcerned. After continued research and several additional failures, the fruit of my experiments with Gigai and Gikon was at last born.
Captain Kurotsuchi, we finished all preparations for observation.
Now then, let us begin, Nemu.
Master Mayuri, if I may ask you this, sir, how will I be fighting today?
I've added some new features for you since the last measurements. This will be a practical test to see if you are able to do it right and you won't have to worry. Don't disappoint.
Right.
What is it?
And if I fail?
The only way that theory is progressed and confirmed is through the... Do you understand what I...
If I say that I don't...
Precisely. Now, let us... How this point, just as easy as strangling a baby.
Coyote will be angry with me.
That was a direct hit, Captain.
I'm afraid your circuits aren't quite mature just yet. Dimwit, did you think that would take me by surprise? Just as easy as strangling a baby.
That's my duty. Sacrifice my body for your chance. Your guard is weak. Expanding my abilities. You're now in my range. Unleashing full power. I can still move. Your guard is up. Your guard is weak.
Incorrect.
Sacrifice my body. I can still move. I will close the gap. Sacrifice my body.
Besides, at this point, just as easy as strangling a baby.
Coyote will be angry with me.
She's still breathing! After a direct hit from the...
Of course. There's no possibility that she would break. How long are you going to just lie there?
Yes, sir.
Though minimally, we attained an unexpected outcome. We can say this... What is it? It looks to me like...
Please forgive me. An unexpected outcome. This means that I wasn't able to
There's no next time. Did I not say the result was superb? There is no going above or below expectations, but that said, an unexpected result has its own merit.
Master Mayori,
What?
so then does this mean that I should be... No, I don't... I'm happy.
Nemuri number 7. My daughter, I have high expectations for you. Your growth and development is, in essence, an act of creation to me. Try to be greater than everything that's come before, but never seek to achieve perfection.
Shiro... But... why?
Wait, Captain Hitsugaya!
Vulnerabilities everywhere. I won't kill you. With the kind of power you have, I'd imagine that it would be difficult to even pass out from a wound like that. Now, just watch. You can observe the end of this battle as you lie helplessly. So the head captain finally arrives, but you're too late. You're the... If you fall, the 13 court guard squads are essentially finished. You missed your opportunity. You shouldn't have even bothered to show up.
Just who do you think you are anyway? Ignorant upstart! Do you really believe that you could ever cut me?
I don't merely think that I can. In fact, I already have.
Silence! This is a puny attack. Don't you know why I've been able to serve as head captain of the 13 court guard squads for a millennium? It is simple. Because no soul reaper stronger than me has emerged in 1,000 years. You said that I missed my opportunity. Quite the opposite. In fact, the time is now ripe. The battles that you fought up until now were nothing but a prelude that have been leading up to this very moment.
So you set this maneuver up while at the same time your men were being slain. How very cunning of you.
I
am being defeated.
Even if they be my subordinates, those who cannot contribute are to be abandoned without remorse, and all things that help to achieve victory are to be used to serve the court guard. In the past, that was the philosophy that I taught to all those who serve in the guard. But now, it definitely does feel as though I have changed. Still, the will of the court guard, which I have upheld for the past millennia, shall never falter. Let's go. Do you resist? Let's go. Burn and turn to ashes. All things of this world turn to ashes. Ryujin Chaka!
I was pushed back.
Step away, Ichigo Kurosaki! You're not a member of the 13 court guard squads. They simply cannot allow you to die here.
Old man.
They're all fully prepared for this. Back, even slightly with you. Misjudged you. Too late. Will you resist?
I will stand at the top. How will you stop me now?
Let's go.
Hideous.
Can't hurt me.
How will you respond? Weak. It seems to me that there's a fundamental point on which we disagree. Our definitions of strength are vastly
Such strength.
so be it. Too slow. How will you stop me?
Will you resist? Let's go. I misjudged you. Will you resist? Can you dodge this? Too late. is the credo that the 13 court guard squads follow. Inetsu
With strength such as mine!
To die in order to eliminate great evil. That is the credo that the 13 court guard squads follow. This is... what? The flame of...
Your Ryujin Jaka is the ultimate Zanpakuto. There's no doubt of that. If we fought toe-to-toe, then you'd most probably end up when all other powers are abandoned in order to strengthen a single power. He, Wonder-Weiss, is the only modified Arrancar, and his resurrection is Extinguir. That's right, an Arrancar created for the sole purpose of containing your... To obtain that one power, Wonder-Weiss sacrificed his speech, his intellect, his memory, and even his... You can't do anything against that power, the ability for which he exchanged. Goodbye, Genryusai Yamamoto.
You are naive. So much so. Don't you have any idea of why I've been able to serve as head captain of the 13 court guard squads for a millennium? It is simple. Because no soul reaper stronger than me has emerged from... I don't believe that I held anything back at all. I must say, y'all... Well then, if I am not able to defeat you with Ikotsu, I should warn you that this may hurt a little bit. That's right. Your voice has been silenced. You have lost your ability. I am glad. It is a good thing that you no longer look like a child. Now I can beat you to death without feeling so Ikotsu! Poor creature. With all that was taken from you, you were not robbed of your emotions. A very
Cruel. Souls that have become hollows have no purpose. They are meant only to mindlessly consume other souls. What's so cruel about trying to provide them with more meaning, to give them a purpose? It's you who is the truly cruel one for shattering.
I have no intention of getting into a silly argument with you. Speak while you have the chance.
Silly arguments? Because you insist on taking my words lightly, you overlook the meaning that's behind. Remember what I said about Extinguir? It was created for the sole purpose. And when I say contain, I mean trapping it inside your sword, so that no new flames can be produced. But is that the... There's another. That flame was emitted by your sword already. So, where was that flame contained?
What?
You're a smart man. If all that energy you emitted was to be released in an instant, indiscriminately, you know what would... To have minimized the effects of that blast to just this, no wonder you're the head captain of the 13 court guard squads. If you hadn't held it back with your own body, your flame would have easily blasted away the fragile barrier you put up. This tiny town would have been reduced to... I thank you, Genryusai Yamamoto. Thanks to you, this world was...
Damn.
Genryusai Yamamoto. I won't tell you that I will... You're the living embodiment of the Soul Society's history, and I will finish you with my own sword.
How many times must I tell you the same thing,
His arm is cracking. This is a forbidden technique that can only be activated by...
You're naive. Hot on number 96. Itakaso!
I underestimated his willingness to sacrifice his charred body to use as a weapon. Ichigo Kurosaki.
It's time to settle this!
How insulting. Did you truly think that the same attack would work against me more than once? What? So whoa! I'm trying to decide. Do not waste my time. No. How will you stop me?
This is over! We're too slow! Try to dodge this!
So
You're too slow!
what?
Let's go!
Futile.
Behind! Whoa! I'm still here! Can you see me?
Hide.
What a joke! I'll end this now. Get
Push back.
I'm not through yet.
Keep coming at me. It won't work.
So slow! Suffer! No big deal. So slow!
Right,
Damn it! Try to dodge this! Let's go!
Right, go home. Now weak. It seems to me that there's a fundamental point on which we disagree. Our definitions of strength are vastly different.
Make it!
Let's go home.
It's over! Let's go!
What? Have you had enough? Right, go home. Send your cook in time.
Whoa! I'm still here! Too easy. Sorry.
With strength such as mine.
What's so funny?
I bet that you're thinking, that was the perfect opportunity. But that was my last vulnerable moment. Our definitions of strength are vast. You missed your chance to kill me, Ichigo Kurosaki.
It was enough. I wounded you.
Wounded me? You call this a wound?
Instant regeneration.
It's not instant regeneration. Did you really believe that I would holofy? This is it instinctively protecting its master.
What do you mean? That's...
The Hogyoku. So I see. This is your spiritual pressure. Magnificent. You've really grown, just as I envisioned.
What?
Your encounter with Rukia Kuchiki. Your Soul Reaper powers were awakened in your battle with Uryu Ishida. You realized the power of your Zanpakuto during your fight with Rinji Abarai. You found a foothold for your Bankai amid your battle with Kenpachi Zaraki. You took a step toward holofying in your battle with Byakuya Kuchiki. In your battle with Grimjow, you mastered holofication. And in your battle with Ulquiorra, it seems that you were able to gain an even greater power. Ichigo Kurosaki, all of the battles that you fought took place in the palm of my hand.
Wait a second. You mean all of my battles took place in the palm of your hand? Hold on, what? But what does that mean? What does that mean? Tell me! Start talking!
Don't raise your voice to me. You shouldn't be so surprised by this. I merely developed a certainty. I became convinced that you'd make the best research subject for me. So I took opportunities to assist you in your development. Didn't you ever suspect something? Didn't you think it rather strange that you, who'd never seen a hollow before in your life, would end up being attacked by one so shortly after you met Rukia Kuchiki? That a Manos Grande would be drawn by Quincy bait, which is only used to lure low-level hollows. That Rukia Kuchiki, whose spiritual pressure hadn't been detected till then, should be so conveniently arrested by the Soul Society just coincidentally when you were beginning in earnest to get the hang of fighting as a Rinji Ibarra, Kenpachi Zaraki, Byakuya Kuchiki. Every one of them fought you when your powers just so happened to have developed to the point where they were nearly equal to their own abilities. Didn't you ever stop to think that it was strange?
Hold on.
Did you chalk it all up to fate? Did you think this attack was a coincidence as well?
Hold on!
Did you think your victories were the result of your own efforts? Don't disappoint me. You should be stronger than this, more perceptive than this. What's the matter?
Of course not.
But it's the truth.
It's a lie! You're telling me that you were behind all my battles! That you orchestrated absolutely everything! What kind of moron would believe that? I remember what you said before. You said that when you found Rukia, it was after she had gone missing in the world of the... But now, you're telling me that you knew me from the moment that I met her? It doesn't add up at all!
You make an interesting point. You just said yourself that it's a lie. Right now, you claim that my words are nothing but lies, but even so, didn't you believe that what I said to you back then was true? It's understandable. I sympathize with you. In this world, there are no absolute truths or lies. The only thing that exists is harsh reality. Nevertheless, everything that exists in this entire world lives by conveniently believing a few untruths that they convince themselves to be fact. That's essentially but for the weak, who make up the majority of this world, there are some facts which are simply too painful to believe. Are you sure that what you believe to be facts are all true? Let me ask you this. Who assigned Rukia Kuchiki to the world of the living? And something else. Who equipped Rinji Abarai with the spiritual pressure detection ability? And yet another question. Who was it that included the information about your whereabouts in the reports given to the lieutenants? And do you truly believe that I was unable to detect the Hogyoku's location for 100 years after it was created?
Okay. One question. Let's go back to earlier. You said that you were sure that I was gonna be the very best subject for your research. Why is that? What made you... If you were really watching me from the moment I met Rukia, then tell me, when exactly did you become convinced that I'd be the best?
From the beginning.
Come on, just cut the crap.
Didn't you hear me? The fact is that I've known you from the very moment you were born.
What?
You were special even from the instant of your birth. Because you are human. And also...
That's enough talk, Aizen.
Putting some distance between us, a wise decision. Must be in their blood.
Dad.
Stare all you want. This is for real. I'll explain later. I know you've probably got a lot of questions. I'll tell you every...
I don't. You had your reasons for not telling me. But still, I'm in a real bind here. I don't know how to ask you what I want to ask you, without sounding like I'm disrespecting you. So I guess... I'll just have to wait until you want to tell me.
You're talking as if you're a grown man.
I picked it up. Somebody said something like that to me once. I remember that it...
They've cloaked their spiritual pressure. That's quite the force field they've put up. You've been watching for an awfully long time, Geek.
I wasn't only sitting there and watching. I just couldn't find an opportunity or reason to step in.
I see.
It's been quite a while. We haven't fought in a long time. Do you remember it? The last time that we fought? You came charging at me at full steam after I cut Chidambo's arm off. I remember thinking, what an...
I don't remember.
You liar. Is that...
No. It's not that I can't remember your sword. I just can't remember your heart. I usually understand the minds of the guys that I'm fighting against. I've just been able to sense why that person is fighting. I like whether they look down on me or not. The stronger that the opponent I'm up against is, the stronger I feel it.
Oh, you're a poet.
Shut up. I didn't get that from you. You may have been fighting, but even if that's true, you weren't looking at me. To be honest with you, I don't know what it was you were looking at.
I thought you were an interesting boy. But, as it turns out, you're just creepy.
Yeah, you're one to talk.
My sword, Shinzo, do you know how far it can extend? 100 sword lengths. That's why they called me Hyapon Zashi, the 100 swords when I was a kid. But then, do you know how far it extends with Bankai? Fine. Then I'll explain it in a way that you'll be able to understand. 8 miles. You ready? You sure? I won't hold back this time. In this case, I'll have to show you. Bankai. Kamishini no Yari. Sure, let's see it then. Show me what you've got. Look down. It's all well. There. So slow. Let's go. Dodging would be a waste of time. I didn't do that. Close one. Well, as if. Dodge this. Too predictable. So naive. So naive. It's going to get even faster. Yep. Let's go! There. Like my moves? Now you'll see. Ow! Let's go. I must retreat.
Why are you so surprised? One person's Bankai ought to be able to stop another person's Bankai.
You see, there's no denying it. You really are a creepy kid.
Here I come! Eat this! Let's go! I'll end it here! You're too slow!
Dodging would be a waste of time.
So slow!
I didn't feel that.
Let's go! Too easy! Did you see me? Let's go!
I'll just hurry up and kill you. Don't get too scared.
No way! Whoa! Within one shot! What a penalty! Sorry. Get it up!
What do you say? Shall we end this?
Taste the power of Tensa Zangetsu. I'm in this. Eat this! Let's go. What a kill. I'm sorry, but this is the end. So slow! Too slow. Yes? There. Focus. Close one. What a joke. Close one.
Now I'll show you how it's done.
You see me? Whoa. You're too slow. You're too slow. Ow. Here I come. This will finish you. Kitsuga.
No-go. I must retreat.
Keen.
Just as I thought. The scariest thing about your Bankai isn't its length or its destructive force. It's the speed of its lengthening and shortening. I thought about it. There's no point in telling me how long it extends. It was to your advantage not to tell me, but you said what you said on purpose. You wanted to distract me from how fast it's...
Scary, scary. He's gonna get even stronger, but he's still... Well, now that you've figured it out, I'll tell you just how fast... You hear that? It's 500 times faster than that. Kamishi ni no Yori isn't the longest Sanpakuto, but it's definitely the fastest. But of course, knowing that won't do you any good.
What's wrong? You're really slowing down a lot. Reached your limit already?
Yes, so it seems. I've reached my limit. As a Soul Reaper, my soul is being replaced. It seems the Hogyoku is finally beginning to understand. I'm saying the Hogyoku has a mind of its own.
Sounds like you're talking nonsense.
I don't fault you for not feeling it. I only realized the truth about the Hogyoku after I had become its man. What do you think the Hogyoku's power is exactly? Do you think it controls the boundaries between Hollows and Soul Reapers? Wrong. The Hogyoku's true power is the ability to read the hearts of those around it and to realize their deepest desire.
What?
Don't you see? Everything that's appeared around Ichigo Kurosaki, Rukia Kuchiki, Kisuke Urahara, nearly everything that you've experienced so far, every last part of it was brought into being by the Hogyoku. Kisuke Urahara didn't understand. He mistook the nature of its power. He thought that it controlled the boundaries between Hollows and Soul Reapers, because that was his deepest... Rukia Kuchiki's spiritual powers were all transferred to Ichigo Kurosaki, causing her to lose her Soul Reaper powers. The reason for that was because she was torturing herself for having killed Cayenne Sheep. Yasutora Sato, Orihime Inoue, their special powers were awakened because in the deepest recesses of their hearts, they cursed their own powerlessness and longed. I knew that the Hogyoku's true power wasn't actually to control the boundaries between Hollows and Soul Reapers, as Because if that were truly the case, then Shinji Hirako and the others would never have ended up becoming completely vice. The holofying of Shinji Hirako and the others was an experiment in holofication as well as a verification. The experiment was an unqualified. With the activation of the Hogyoku's powers by Kisuke Urahara, Shinji Hirako and the others evolved into complete visored. And then, armed with my suspicions about the Hogyoku's power, I took a step and sent Rukia Kuchiki to Ichigo Kurosaki. Of course, it manifests whatever is in the hearts of the beings around it, but it's not quite that simple. It only materializes in that sense. It is a power to lead the subject in the direction it wishes to go. But living beings are strange creatures. They are—
You!
Way to stop it. That was pretty good, even if it was pure.
Ichigo!
Shut up! I'm really close to finishing him off.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Captain Eisen. Did I interrupt your
No, we're done here. This conversation is over.
Dad? What the heck is that?
How should I know?
How appropriate that the name it was given should be. The power it has shatters the horizon, blasting it into its constituent parts, separating the divine. You've come. Kisuke Urahara.
It's been a long time, Eisen. I must say, that's an awfully strange look for you.
The process of evolution is usually a rather ugly operation.
I didn't actually say that it was ugly, though. So, you fused with the Hogyoku.
Not fused. I would prefer you said I subdue the Hogyoku you weren't able to control yourself.
Seems I have to start fighting for real. That was commendable.
Yakura.
Now you're getting serious. I have no other choice. Always be prepared, see? I'll get serious, just a bit. Couldn't control. Oh, that's right. At the time.
At the time, that's clearly sour grapes on your part. No, but then, that's of no consequence either way. The reason for that's because you've already lost your chance to control the Hogyoku forever.
Can you see that? Well. Can you block it?
What is there to fear?
Oh, here. Can you see that? This is uncomfortable.
Yakura.
Can you block it? Hado number 91. Senjuko Tentaiho! My apologies.
This is trivial, with strength such as mine.
This is uncomfortable. Like that. What? What if I... wasn't expecting this!
It seems to me that there's a fundamental point on which we disagree. Our definitions of strength are
The
vast.
tips of 1,000 protective hands unable to touch the darkness. Destructive hands unable to reflect the blue sky. Path that drowns light. Wind that fans embers. Gather and have no doubt. Behold where I point. Bullet of light, 8 bodies, 9 passages, heavenly scripture, ailing treasures, great wheel, gray turret. The arrow flashes and disappears into the distance.
Do you think I'd let you use a Keto like that? I will...
Too late!
This can't be.
Riku Dokoro. Hado number 91. Senjuko Tentaiho! My apologies.
I am being defeated.
Amazing.
Aizen. It seems that you really let your guard down. You're barely doing anything to protect yourself after taking in the Hogyoku.
You're quite right. I let down my guard because it is no longer necessary for me to be cautious. I feel it. After having subdued the Hogyoku, my body is beginning to progress past all of its old powers. So not even a Keto in the 90s is worth bothering.
You're mistaken. I didn't say you'd let your guard down because you weren't eluded. In the past, you wouldn't have touched me
What's this?
Seals. I plugged up all of the spiritual pressure vents that also... You're going to end up being burned from within.
Mr. Urahara.
I wish it were that easy. Believe me, I do. I'm sure he'll be back soon.
What the hell is that?
You tricked me into attacking, using a Keto in the 90s as bait in order to burn me from within, by means of a no. Had it not been I with a subdued Hogyoku, but sadly the Hogyoku, through your very own creation, is beyond your... Even this technique, which you probably developed in preparation for this battle.
How'd you like that? That...
Yoruichi!
I see. The fact that your leg wasn't harmed by my attack means that it's something that's notably out of the ordinary.
Oh, man. That was special iron anti-hierro armor, too.
Don't make me laugh. Was that your secret weapon?
Getsuga Tensho!
How'd that work?
I'm not sure. To be honest, I haven't been able to read his spirit. It's obvious that he's terrifyingly powerful. But even as it's creepy.
That was a fine strike. Aya.
What is that in there?
And now, I think it's time you...
You okay? I'm right here. Gotcha. Just kidding. Tell you what.
What?
It's okay. It's inevitable. I've been with Aizen for quite a long time now. Then again, he absorbed the Hogyoku before I knew it, so I shouldn't be. You get what I'm saying? There's really nothing that anybody can do. You and them are gonna die, and that'll be the...
No way.
Good.
Besides, with Aizen the way that he is, pretty much anything could happen to you.
Oh my. Well, I didn't think that you were going to say that. That makes it sound like you've already made the assumption that you're gonna die. Really? Have you given up already? Just like that? You're just going to up and quit?
That's...
Look at you. Tell me. Oh, well, whatever. It's all over for you. You're not a warrior anymore. You're not a soul reaper. Not a hollow. Not a... You really think you have any chance of beating somebody who those three weren't able to beat? In that incomplete state? Look, with all due respect, get out of here. You don't want to die. I'm simply not interested in you anymore. I'm sure that even Captain Aizen would be really... You're scared, right? I mean of Captain Aizen. You sensed it, didn't you? Captain Aizen's overwhelming power. That was the final warning I'm going to give you. If you're not going to start running...
Gin, what were you trying to do to him just now?
Nothing. I was just teasing him.
I see. Open the Senkaimon. We're going to invade Karakura Town in the Soul Society. It's not necessary to destroy Tenkaiketsu. It would be more convenient to create the Oken, the royal key in the Soul Society, to take down the royal palace.
Yes.
Wait!
Captain Aizen.
Yes, it seems that the chrysalis stage is now over. What a relief. Now, at last, I'll be able to witness the end of the Soul Society with my very own eyes. I'm going to leave you here. I can devour you later on, after all of this has reached its conclusion.
What's going...
Ichigo, come on! Don't just stand there! Open the Senkaimon!
Dad!
Let's go. We're gonna protect Karakura.
That's impossible. No, there's just no way.
How do you know for sure that it's impossible?
Because I know! And so do you, Dad! There's no way we can beat a monster with that kind of spiritual pressure!
I see. So, you're able to sense his spiritual pressure?
What?
Let's go. Aren't you coming? What else are you gonna do? Huh? Cry? You gonna sit there and cry again about how you can't save anyone? Think hard about why Aizen headed to the Karakura Town in this. If you don't, people you want to protect and everybody else, everyone in Karakura Town will die at the hands of Aizen.
Dad, open the sink.
I was going to anyway.
Rangiku. That's insane. You're still not well. Your treatment isn't finished yet.
The Dangai. My, how terribly nostalgic. Must be the cleaner.
That's not good. I think that we should get... Captain Eisen, listen. We should really get going. That thing, it's not something spiritual...
What's there to fear, Geen? Certainly not reason. Reason is but a shield for those who cower. Well, all right. Shall